Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to Lelesdesigns. Today, I'll show you how to make this easy-to-make doll dress for your baby alive doll or any 12-inch doll. You might have seen this video already, but due to music copyright, some of my instructions were removed in that video. This video will have the full instructions. You will need to download and print my free pattern. You can find that down below in the description. Grab your supplies and let's get started. Before you cut your material, I want to go over which direction your pattern pieces should lay. If it's plain or polka dot, then it won't matter which direction you place them. But if you have material that has a pattern or stripes, you will need to lay your pattern pieces in this direction. Cut out your material and with right sides together, pin it. Fold 1/4 inch on each end of the ruffle, pin it, then take it to the sewing machine and sew straight across on each end. We are going to sew 1/4 inch from the edge of each armpit, then down the back, around the neck, and up the back. Sew the ends with 1/4 inch seam allowance. Clip your curves. Then let's turn it inside out. And I find it best to use the back of an old paintbrush. Take it to the ironing board and press it. You need to fold over 1/2 inch on one side of the ruffle and press. I'm using Dritz Easy Hem, and what I like is it gives an accurate measurement, which saves me a lot of time and I don't need to recheck my work. If you're interested in purchasing it, I'll list a link in the description on where you can buy it. Take it to the sewing machine and sew the hem down. Before I do this hem, I want to show you an easy way to get a top stitch on the right side of the fabric. Being it's hard to see through your fabric and you don't know where to run your needle, what I do is turn your fabric to the wrong side and place your needle where you want your stitch to start. Then grab some tape. I'm going to use reusable sewing edge tape. I like it better than tape. It has a thickness on the side that helps guide your fabric through your machine easily. And it leaves no sticky residue like other tapes do. If you'd like to purchase this tape, I will list it in the description down below. Turn your ruffle to the right side, line it up, and sew. Next, we will base stitch 2 straight lines next to each other. The first one will be 1/8 of an inch from the fabric edge. The second one will be 1/8 of an inch from the first one. Set your sewing machine to base stitch, and if you don't have a base stitch, set it to the longest straight stitch, which is usually 5. We want to start our base stitch right after the hemline here, so make sure you don't get that hem caught in there. We'll start at 1/8 of an inch from the edge and sew straight down. Stop just before you get to the hem edge. For the second stitch, you want to go a little slower because you don't want to be crossing over your stitches. Otherwise, you'll be pulling it out because it will not gather properly. Now grab the back of the shirt and fold it over. Pin it. Repeat for the other side. Take it to the sewing machine and sew 1/4 inch from the edge on each side. Once your side seams are sewn, turn it right side out. I like to fold a crease to mark the center of my shirt. Next, we will mark the center for the ruffle by folding it in half and placing a pin in the center. You want to grab the 2 top strings and pull it. Now you can gather the other side. Grab your bodice with right sides together, match up the center, and pin it. You might have to do some adjustments. Continue to pin one side. Making sure your ends match up. Then repeat for the other side. We will sew along here. Sew 1/4 inch from the edge. You might have to pull out some of the base stitches that are showing. To keep the ruffle down, we will do a top stitch straight across. You want to get as close as you can to the seam. Now that you're done with the top stitch, flip it over and grab 2 pieces of Velcro, 3/8 inch wide. You want to place one on the outside and one on the inside. And if you don't want to use Velcro, you can use hooks or snaps. That will work as well. As you can see, this is pretty easy to put on, which is great for the little ones to dress their own doll. Congratulations, everyone! You just made a dress for a Baby Alive doll or any 12-inch doll. Here are a few options if you'd like to change the style of this dress. You can add more fabric to the bottom and make it a gown. Or use less fabric and make the dress shorter. If you want more pleats, just add more fabric to the sides, just like I did for this dress. You can add a ribbon and bow to the waist. If you don't have any ribbon on hand, then I'll show you how to make do with the fabric you do have. I cut a piece of material 2 by 12 inches, folded it in half lengthwise, and I sewed a 1/8 of an inch from the edge, turned it inside out, pressed it so the crease was in the center back. I glued mine on, but you can sew yours. I used a 3/8 of an inch satin ribbon for the bow. On this dress, I used 2 different fabrics. And my last style choice is a little fancy, and that is adding lace to the bottom of the hem. That's all the style choices I can think of. If you can think of any and like to share them, please comment below. And if you have photos, I would love to add them to my webpage gallery. I'll list my email address down below in the description if you'd like to send those photos. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my video, be sure to hit the subscribe button along with the bell. This way, you'll be notified when my next video comes out. And please share my video on your social media. This way, I can continue to offer free patterns. Thank you. Bye-bye.